Does anybody have questions about cooking for Mother's Day tomorrow? Thank you so much, Chris. Or is anybody cooking anything fun or doing anything fun tomorrow to celebrate a mother or mother type person in your life? No. Oops, I hit the table and it shook like an earthquake in here. I think that what we're going to do is one of my kids is home. We're going to half celebrate tomorrow, the two of us, and then we're going to celebrate again when my other son gets home from college next week. And so, and my birthday is in a couple of weeks, so we get to just celebrate multiple times. So it's fun. So tomorrow I have a feeling Charlie and I will just hang out, maybe go do something I like to do. Like he'll actually go for a hike with me, or we might go to the movies, but he's a good planner. And so I'm just showing up for some fun with him tomorrow. And the one thing I'm not doing, like I've said a million times, are dishes. I've been cleaning all morning. I've been juicing like crazy today. Oh, right. We talked about artichokes. I'll get right to that, Victoria. I've been juicing a ton because I've been doing some work with a company called Nama, and they sell this juicer that is incredible. And so I've been developing recipes for them. And today I just took a bunch of produce that I had cut and prepped already for juicing and just put it through my juicer. And so I've had celery, cara orange, lemon, parsley. What else did I put in there? Turmeric and ginger. So delicious. I made a thing this big. You can't see it past the motor of the juicer right now. And then I roasted off a ton of vegetables. I roasted off sweet potato, kale, broccoli, and tomatoes. And I turned the sweet potatoes and the kale into a little frittata. And then I'm saving the broccoli and the tomatoes for probably like a pasta sauce later. Some sort of like just a warm sauce to do with pasta or gnocchi, which will be delicious. So, okay, Victoria, we should do artichokes. I think they're hard. I think the reason they're prickly, they're kind of expensive, right? And when people learn how to do them properly, sometimes it's like, oh my God, that's all that's left, right? Because if you were to cut it in half and use a spoon to get out all of the fuzzy part, and then you trim the parts of the leaves that have the little prickers on them, there's not a ton left, right? And so it's a lot of work for little return, but people who love them, love them. And I think they're particularly delicious when you grill them. So I'm going to add that to grilling. I'm going to add artichokes because that's the second time you or somebody else has asked. Crisps and cobblers. And then I'm going to put grill ? Next to it, because the best way to cook artichokes, I think, is to either steam them or you even boil them, and then you parboil them. So you don't cook them entirely through so they're not too soft. And then you cut them and you can scoop out. It's a lot easier to take the center out that way and save the yummy part and then throw them on a grill, and they're absolutely delicious. Artichokes are so good. Would love to learn how to grill them. Terrific, guys. This is good. Well, I am like on a mission this week. I have to clean all of my grills and put together some new ones for this event I'm doing next week. And I have someone coming to help me. He's a Traeger influencer whom I've never met. And I'm really excited because it's really hard for me to lift these grills and put them together by myself because of all of my pain problems. And so he's going to come help me on Wednesday. It's going to be my excuse to vacuum out all of my grills too and clean them really thoroughly so I can start using the pig grill again. I can use my ironwood that I have. I have another Timberline, 2 Timberlines outside that I have not been using because they're too heavy for me to move around. And we're going to have some fun with those. So we'll definitely get grilling. What else? Anything else you guys have been wanting to learn that we haven't done? I know we said we're doing for June, somebody looked it up and I'm super excited. We're doing like room temperature, like outdoor picnic style food, which will be super fun. I love to cook that way because it's basically things that you can keep around all week long, right? Or if you're going to do a salad, then you can do all of the ingredients in the prep and then you add more like the wilty ingredients at the last minute. Oh, Michael, you want to learn how to reverse sear on a Traeger, are you saying? I'll probably offer a class that's just really about grilling on a Traeger because it's so specific to how you use a Traeger, right? Traegers are run on wood pellets and they're more like convection ovens than a gas or charcoal grill would be. And so you cook with the lid down so that the air circulates always. And so reverse searing is just something that it's fancy talk for things that people do when they sous vide a steak. And then all they're saying is that they're searing it after they cook it, not before. So like a lot of times, most traditional recipes would say that you sear the meat first and then you finish cooking it off by either cooking it in liquid and braising it, or finishing it at a lower temperature in the oven, or moving it to indirect cooking on the grill. All a reverse sear means is that you cook your food at a lower temperature first until you get it to the desired temperature you want, and then you put the crust on it last, right? Like you sear it on the outside to finish it. So it's fun. It's just a fun little technique you can brag to your friends about. On a grill, the best way to do it, it's really, in grilling, it's become popular on a Traeger because Traegers didn't used to get so hot that you could sear it at the beginning. They were more for slow cooking. So you would slow cook things and then you would try to get it hot at the end and sear it. The only reason I don't really do sous vide here, Michael, is because it's a gadget that you have to have, right? And I don't think that it's really it'd be more of like an advanced course. I've been thinking about launching, excuse me, you guys, with my allergies. I've been thinking about launching a cooking school, like an actual cooking class course, right? Curriculum where I teach multiple times a month and you sign up for like coming to cooking school and we cover everything. So I would cover sous vide in that, like when you learn all of the techniques of cooking, like braising, sauteing, baking, broiling, steaming, grilling. Sous vide I would put in that category. But because you have to have equipment for it, and it's so funny, it's so interesting to me. For some reason, sous vide appeals to men like crazy. Like I may have shared this before. There was a guy I used to work with at Williams Sonoma, and he said, I don't know how to cook. I just know how to sous vide. And I thought that was so funny because it's so technical, but the reason so many people like sous vide is that you cook your food at a certain temperature and you can't overcook things. So like if you set the water, you vacuum seal your food into a bag and then you cook it in water at a certain temperature and then it will only cook to that temperature. So if you want to cook a steak to 140 degrees or 125 degrees internally, it won't cook past that, right? So you get perfectly cooked eggs, steak, chicken. You can do some really amazing technical things with it. But because you have to have the motor to generate the water and keep it at an exact temperature, which is hard if the water's evaporating and you're adding more, and you have to have a motor that's strong enough to keep the water going like that. And then you have to have a tub or something to hold it in, or a really big stock pot. And then a vacuum sealer to hold your food, or you have to know how to do these ridiculous tricks to finish off sous vide, getting all of the air out of a bag. So yeah, it's popular with barbecue. You can put smoke on food, right? Like you can smoke food and then sous vide it. And then you can just sous vide it and then you can smoke the food after, or reverse sear it on a grill. And so I would consider it advanced for sure. And we are still scratching the surface of beginning to intermediate around here. So maybe as an advanced class, I'll offer it one day. But Michael, I have a feeling you don't need any help with it. You know how to do it already. What else? I know we've covered a lot of the basics over the past year. If you're new here and you haven't gone back and watched all the classes, there's so much that we've done. But I think we've done braising, we've done some grilling, sauteing, deglazing. We've learned a lot about how to make simple sauces. I've never gotten into like the mother sauces that are really traditional, where you learn how to make a roux and you add butter and flour together and then you mix in other things and you can reduce those and have some beautiful sauces. Yeah, you just want to participate. I like that. So if there are other basic things you guys have seen, or like I said, intermediate things, and I'm trying to think of some great intermediate examples of things we could learn. Well, I actually think the whole artichoke thing is intermediate because you have to have really good knife skills to do that. You can use scissors to go around the leaves and trim the leaves, but when you get into the inside, you have to be able to work with the paring knife really well to core the artichoke well without losing a lot of the flesh. So that's kind of a fun intermediate thing to do. And it could actually be a great continuation of the knife skills class that I did. So I'll think about that too. Oh, the other thing I wanted to remind you all of is that I always tip back in my chair and then I tell my kids not to do it because they'll fall on their head and I'll probably want to fall on my head. If you need gift ideas for Mother's Day, we sent out an email to all of House of Haas and Amanda Haas Cooks with like, I want to say 7 or 8 different ideas for people. A discount if you wanted to give House of Haas for to a mother in your life, you save 10%, I think. But then the other things are, there were great discounts on knives again. So speaking of knives, I'm going to go get this knife for us because it's really cool. Hold on, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. They just came out with this new paring knife and it is really cool. My fingers have turmeric on them. Can you see it from the juicing? That's funny. So this is this really thin paring knife. And if you shop there through tomorrow, you save 20% on this knife. It is so beautiful. And the thing I love about it is that this is a really thin paring knife. So like you can slice tiny things really well, but see how you can grip up on it too. So you can really get in there with things and you have a lot of dexterity with a small knife, which is not very common. So for chopping things really thinly and handling small things, it'd be great for berries, like slicing thinly and prep work where you really need to be kind of like dainty in your cuts. So I like it. So if you go to Nakano, I think it's just that.com. It might be NakanoKnives.com. Can you see it? Nakano. Why is it not focusing for me? That's going to bug me. Oh, there it is. Kind of. You can get 20% off by entering code Amanda. And then in that email, we also have discounts for Heston. I think it's Amanda20, Amanda20, all one word at Heston. They're also having a sale, but if you enter Amanda20, you always get 20% off. So if you're not getting the sale stuff, it's just smarter to enter my code. And then they know it's coming from me too, which is great. We have Zwilling, Staub, Le Creuset. It's got some beautiful things out. They just launched a new color called Shallot, which is like a light purple pink. It's really cool. Nakano, Anita, it's called Nakano. And I think the website is just nakano.com. We can go find out. Or Nakano Knives, cutlery.com. They're out of Japan. So that would be a great gift to give or a great gift to receive. I would be totally psyched if somebody gave me a knife that's a good knife that I wanted because you'll use it forever, right? What else? Any other questions, comments? Like I said, I'm not trying to interrupt our big, beautiful day. I can literally see the pollen outside blowing off the trees and bugs everywhere. It's like screaming at me. It's an allergy attack waiting to happen, which is, like I said, I woke up sneezing and it's just been one of the worst years ever for us around here for allergies, but it sure is pretty. Anything else? No? This is my worksheet back here. You can see all of my thoughts in my head for all of the social media channels. It's kind of funny. And then this is how we're branding the company by picking out colors off this swatch. And so welcome to this is my dining room, which is basically our workspace. It's hilarious. But if we don't have anything else, I'll look forward to first of all, I'll be sharing the events I'm doing over the next week or two with all of you. Got some really cool ones. 2 for my friend Ronnie and Karen Lott's amazing charity called All Star Helping Kids. We auctioned off a couple of dinners for 8 lucky people 2 nights in a row. So we auctioned off one and then somebody else wanted it as well. So we decided to go for it. So we're doing that on Monday and Tuesday. And then on Saturday next week, God willing, if the Oakland District School strike is over, we'll be doing a really fun event as well. So more to come from that. And then the June, I'll probably announce an extra class in addition to the salad one and like picnic food that we're doing. I'll probably do a grilling of some sort or I'll look and see what the fruit's looking like at the farmer's market. And if we start to get some good stone fruit early this year, which we might because of the weather, I'll do a crisps and cobblers class sooner than later. Okay. And then July, we'll confirm those dates. I've got my calendar right here. As of right now, we have class scheduled for the 20th of July. So I'll probably add an extra one. And then if these Q&As aren't more popular, I'll probably just start adding extra classes instead of these so that you guys just get to learn more together, right? So maybe the Saturdays will become the time where we do an extra class that you all have suggested, right? I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. And if you are, I hope you'll spread the word about House of Haas. I continue to want to make this my primary way of earning a living because it's just so much fun. And I keep reading all of this information about my personality type and who I am that says I'm meant to teach. And I think it's true. I just think that it's my favorite thing to do is to teach all of you. So I'm just going to keep on keeping on with it. Okay. So all of you have a fabulous day. And I'll be on Instagram. I will be emailing you, and I will be posting reels of all the fun work we're doing. Okay. Have a great Saturday, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.